Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. Okay, now much better. Good evening. Great. I was just looking up some people who are lost in the humanoid debate, especially given the fact that I want to be alive 10 years after this. So I'm going to work hard to ensure my humanoid survives. Thanks, Sam. Thanks, everyone on the panel for that brilliant exegesis. I have the onerous task of summarizing everything that has been said today. My name is Lumumba. Arvin Lumumba from Huawei, and I serve with the rest of the big team. I saw Huawei team somewhere. Please, could you be upstanding? Huawei team. And I know some of them are just taking care of network devices and our clients out there, but this is the team that managed to make it today. We have Wagiduku, network pre-sales and product manager, especially in the BFSI sector. If you want to have any conversations around that area, Wagiduku is your guy. All right, and then at the far end, we have Madam Faith Mweni, lovely lady, one of the few we are trying to ensure are the frontliners of women in tech, as many as also Mr. Kibet mentioned. Affirmative action, Faith is leading that, but nonetheless, she's also a network pre-sales engineer. She can talk to you about SD1, SDN, and IPPOL solutions. Whatever you want, Faith also can help. And she is focused on government and other enterprises. So BFSI, leave that for Wagiduku. She can also still advise, but Faith is going to help in the other areas, manufacturing, retail, and so on and so forth. Faith over there, and then next to Faith is, we call him Raymond Kipngetich. We have a product called Ocean Store Dorado. Now this thing doesn't die, literally. It's a storage system. And this guy models his life after this Ocean Store Dorado. He's not a humanoid, but he works 24/7. Somehow he manages it. So Raymond Kipngetich is a storage product engineer or pre-sales engineer, but also he can advise on optical solutions. We're talking about IP and POL solutions, that is passive optical line networks. Yeah, I got it. He's able to advise, and also he's able to advise on matters, resilience, data storage, and so on and so forth. Thanks, Raymond, for the work you do. Then we have Michael Njagi, the one and only, the guy who was on stage for about an hour, just trying to preach on the pulpit of Huawei and what we do. I hope you're converted. If not, we are also organizing midweek prayers. Please indicate on the forms, and we'll reach out to you. Michael Njagi is a solutions manager at Huawei, focused on the industry vertical of transport, but beyond that, he also handles other sectors. So while Faith, Raymond, Wagiduku might be focused on specific expertise in the specific products, Michael is able to give you a vantage point view of the different industry verticals and what we do in those industries. So smart cities, smart retail, smart office, intelligent collaboration, and so on and so forth. He's your guy. So please reach out to Michael for that as well. And then we move over to Henry Manda Muturi. Henry is a bulwark in the industry. He has been in the industry for the longest. When you look at these other guys, they're pretty much young people. So Henry is our forefather, and he leads the light. We listen to what Henry says, and he guides the path. Nonetheless, Henry is a very charming gentleman. I've loved working with Henry. Henry is an expert in data protection, storage, and he also advises clients on, especially BFSI clients, on how to ensure you're able to bring your banking or microinsurance or finance business to the next level. So reach out to Henry, get to hear what he has to say. He's gathered a lot over the years, and we as Huawei are glad to have him as part of our team in our organization. And then, of course, there's the Sibyl team, who you've been meeting and engaging every other day. But again, just a shout of applause to them, or a round of applause, please. Thank you so much, Sibyl, for allowing us to be here today. Thank you so much, Francis, for the work you do. Francis, thank you so much for the work you do. I know I'm taking your vote of thanks, I'm not. But yeah, thank you so much, Francis, and the rest of the Sibyl team who have managed to organize this. That's just because I don't want to take an hour, so I can go to the serious stuff now. We started off, give me 30 minutes, we'll be good. We started off with, of course, the different customers sharing the different experiences And of course, we learned from, now I have to ensure all my notes are correct. I don't want to miss anything. Miss Christine from Trigger Chemicals, thank you so much, Miss Christine, sharing your experience around how you implemented Click and how it was able to transform your business, and how that, of course, becomes a leading light to anyone else who wants to also achieve the same. I'm sure you're open to conversations from other customers also, or other partners who are here, with regards to what it has done for you and what it could do for them as well. So thank you so much for that insight and highlight. We also had Mr. Daniel Kathitu from Pacific Insurance and Reinsurance Brokers. I think they probably are still, yes, I see them here in James. We also have a conversation, we had a conversation side chat with Mr. Daniel and James. We talked about how we need to knock on each other's doors regarding them selling to me insurance and me selling to them transformation in terms of digital matters. But nonetheless, thank you so much as well for that. We had Mr. Felix Odhiambo, who laid an entire product portfolio on our SD1 solution. Is Felix still in? I think you should be. Yeah, thank you so much, Felix. Talking about our SD1 solution, talking about our campus network solutions, which I think also Michael perhaps definitely emphasized on, and what you can do in terms of transforming your enterprise networking experience to serve your customers, to reduce your costs, to ensure that you are efficient in your operations. I remember when Mr. Rajan was contemplating or talking about the conundrum that is, merging or balancing needs and wants, and how the ICT experts or personnel, who I'm sure are the majority in this room, present our cases to the management. It's important for you to know how you can articulate these points, especially so because business owners and management are always looking at, am I raising my revenue? Am I reducing my costs? Am I improving my efficiency? Am I improving my customer experience? So those are the points. Before you go to the management with a new flashy tool, how are you able to articulate this from the manager's viewpoint? And that was very, articulate from what Felix also mentioned with regards to our solution. And just to mention, they're not just open to Felix alone, they're open to all of us. All these solutions are available. If anyone didn't mention to you, because my team is around, if anyone didn't mention to you, we also offer POC equipment. So in case you want to try before you buy, I'm happy to have one of these intelligent collaboration screens provided to you. We're happy to have an SD1 POC with you, as we are doing with Felix. We're happy to do an IT, storage, backup, archiving solution POC with you, just to see how best it can fit into your environment. Because as Michael said, we want to actually try this out with you before we are, convinced that you need to put your money on it. All right, and of course came in Michael with a whole litany of what Huawei can do and we are doing for clients across the board. But what really caught my attention, I think it caught yours as well, is the variety of challenges that all of us are facing. I think this is not an exhaustive list by all means, but challenges around integration with legacy or alternative vendors or technologies. Culture being, as the lady from Burhani mentioned, culture eats strategy for breakfast. I'm taking that home. Thank you so much. But yeah, it being a problem as well in terms of resistance to change. And then complexity in new networks and how we're able to, or moving towards a point of simplification just to ensure that business can run. Not just we don't have to suffer in the complexity of IT for business to survive. We can actually have simple ICT solutions for your businesses, and that's actually also available on the table. And then around costs and how to manage those costs and how to mitigate costs, because we don't want to sink you as we're trying to give you solutions for your industry, all right? And of course, the buy lease options as well on the table. I think this was highlighted by Mr. Kibet. And then, of course, the issue around support. We are very grateful as Huawei, as my boss, Andy, mentioned earlier, that we have one of the top partners in the country, Sibyl themselves, being a top partner for Huawei. Whatever Sibyl says, let me correct. No, but really, the kind of expertise they bring to the table, the kind of insights they also bring to you, I'm sure, as clients, is invaluable, right? And as Huawei, as a vendor, as an OEM, we pride ourselves in working with such a vibrant, skilled, and driven group of people to ensure that we're able to meet, match, and exceed our customers' expectations. So don't tire in working with Sibyl, don't tire in working with Huawei. If you haven't started working with Huawei, this is a good time because good things happen very few times. And then we had the panel discussion, which I think is still very alive and ready in our minds around AI and the implications thereof. And of course, also issues around how we're able to, I think, forgive me if I'm wrong, but most of the panel was actually very dystopian with regards to technology. It's not doomsday, guys. We might die, but that's later. Let's live today. So for today, let's find the solutions that work for us and our generation. Of course, with a posteric mind at heart, we don't want to kill our future generations. But I don't think we need to suffer in the shadows of fear forever, because the future is what we make it. And I think we have the power in our hands to make it what is best for us at the end of the day. So, of course, there were questions and concerns raised around customer data, protecting that data, communicating, ICT requirements to management, which I've already highlighted. And I like the catchphrase that Mr. Rajan in absentia said: we don't know what the future holds, and we also don't know what we're going to do. But it's always good to prepare for it nonetheless. And then, of course, Mr. Samuel as well, talking very extensively around how to, integrate data and data analytics into your decision-making chains, insights development, and basically just improving efficiency around the business that you do. I don't know how many of you are currently doing that. I hope Click is giving you enough of that. But beyond that, I'm sure there's more applications just on top of Click that are yet to be explored by all of these people. So it's a good opportunity for you to engage Francis, to engage Guru Prem, and see what is it that you haven't touched on from Click that could be the next gold mine for you and your organization. Especially so because I know Click is very versatile, and you can get to make it what you want it to be for you, and just transform your industry, as it were. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. And then we talked about justifying ROI for ICT investment, where Henry talked about you need to audit your existing environment, identify gaps, and assess your risk. Prioritize the requirements that you need to cover, and then invest. Of course, that's just beyond you can now measure the ROI itself. So how do you measure this ROI? Number one, there's so many, it varies per industry, but we could just highlight some. Are you looking to improve your customer experience? Are you looking to improve revenue collection efficiency? Are you looking to reduce cost of customer acquisition? Are you looking to also reduce the cost of operation around in and around your business? So we are happy to always engage in this. I think that's where we sit as technology vendors, Huawei, Sibyl, aligned. We sit at the vantage point where we're able to tell you, look, we've done this here. This is how it worked. This could work, this could not work, but we could do it some different way based on your requirements and see how that works for the both of us. Because, look, my long-term business is based inherently on your long-term success as a customer or as a client. So it's imperative for me to ensure that as you succeed, or as my technology is invested in your network, you're able to succeed so we can succeed together and have the transactions not being just transactional, but also relational. You guys. A lot of wisdom was shared here. And then we had, of course, the questions from the audience just resonating with the theme of the day, when Miss Madeleine in absentia, shared her very moving story of how the solution she wanted just met the need she had. And that was very, very interesting to see and hear. And I think that's also perhaps serendipitous for most of us, could be you just participated in this event and got something that you needed to hear or needed to learn from your business for your business going forward. And I hope we can actualize those going forward. Of course, Mr. Erastus and the questions about if we really own the future or it owns us, and how to differentiate between needs and wants, especially when talking to the management. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. There's so much you could have brought out of that, but I want to put a pause here, knowing that the conversations are going to go on beyond this. We have a cocktail dinner setup going on, so let's keep engaging. I also want to invite you to check out these screens after this session. My colleagues are going to be manning them, I think all of them. And all of them are going to be showcasing perhaps different solutions. Ask whatever questions you want. We are happy to go in depth and discuss what would be best for you. Also, feel free to ask for one of them. Go home with them maybe tomorrow, not today, for POC. Gitonga Raymond can be able to advise on the POC. I think we are running a special promo where today you can get that POC if you requested for it. I'm kidding. Just request for POC. You can get it any day. All right? And then also, please don't fear or be afraid to ask for prices. Because why not? I mean, Sibyl is in the house, and they have our price book. So we're able to see where we can negotiate with you and see what we can do. But don't push them so much for a discount, because that comes from me. So when they send you to Huawei, just come to me, we can talk. So don't pressure them too much. They're limited in what they can do, but we can help where it gets tricky. Is that okay? Are we together? Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I invite you, Francis. Or we can go for dinner. Fantastic. Dinner and cocktails. There's a very fantastic bar area set up by our friend Francis. Is Francis there? Frank and the team, nonetheless. So there are cocktails being served over there. I think should be prior to dinner or after dinner. Anytime, the bar is open. With the powers vested in me, gentlemen and ladies, I declare the bar area open. A round of applause, please. Thank you. Thank you so much. And likewise, with no reservations, unless advised by the catering team, I also declare the dinner and restaurant area open for our indulgence. Okay, a few are hungry. Asanteni sana. I hope you had a good time. Let's keep the conversations going, and please, let's also make the connections worthwhile. Asanteni sana. Have a good evening.